everyone, welcome to me. I am Gabriela Clarissa Silaban, and in this video I want to retell one of this motivational broadcast of Amy Chua's life story. In the broadcast is the title Amy Chua's Ambiguous Drive and Proving Oneself. I hope you enjoy for watching.
That can be extremely unpleasant. And to bring things full circle, I worry about this all the time with my own two daughters. I can't believe it. They were just infants when I started writing, in my book, but they are now 20 and 23. And they're both very thriving, successful, fun girls. I'm incredibly proud of them. But I've learned that we are never off the hook as a parent. The oldest one is actually at Yale Law School. She came back where I teach. And the younger is in college. And they'll often call me with this or that problem. And even now, I'm always asking myself when they ask me something, am I being strong and holding them to a high standard like my own parents did? Or am I just being too critical? Am I inspiring them and conveying that I believe in them? Or am I just putting too much pressure on them? Am I giving them a good example of how to live a happy and meaningful life?
Okay everyone, now I want to retell life story from Amy Chua. Amy Chua is a great mother. Amy Chua is a great woman. She have two daughters. The first daughter is 23 years old and the second daughter is 20 years old. The first daughter worked in the Yale Law School, and the second daughter is who more easily attends college. Amy Chua always support or encourage her children to be people who are passionate and inspire many people. When she experienced a shock in her household, her eldest daughter named Sophia, who says that she is the worst mother in the history of her life. Wow. But she still loves to the two daughters. So that in the end finally they realize that she was a strong mother of them. And he also instilled in himself to allow himself to experience joy and not to look so far into the future that we missed what makes life worth living. Okay, it's the short story from Amy Chua.
One problem is that some people just don't get your humor. They think you're serious about all this, and they assume Lulu and I are oppressed by our evil mother. That is so not true. Every other Thursday, you take off our chains and let us play math games in the basement. That's a joke. They don't have chains. But skipping to the end of the piece, she writes, and I think relevant for the talk today, so what does it really mean to live life to its fullest? Maybe striving to win a Nobel Prize and going skydiving are just two sides of the same coin. To me, she writes, it's not about achievement or self-gratification. It's about knowing that you've pushed yourself, body and mind, to the limits of your own potential. You feel it when you're sprinting. And when the piano piece that you've practiced for hours finally comes to life beneath your fingertips. You feel it when you encounter a life-changing idea and when you do something on your own you never thought you could. If I died tomorrow, I would die feeling I've lived my whole life at 110%.
Okay, and now I want to tell you about 10 implicit from life story Amy Chua. The first implicit is Amy Chua leads pursuit of success leave an indelible mark on her academic and professional endeavors. And the second is, despite facing the most obstacle, Amy Chua's unwavering determination propelled her toward achieving her goals. And the third is, the fire within Amy Chua burned brightly, igniting a desire to surpass expectations and excel in every endeavor. And the fourth is, Amy Chua unyielding ambition served as a driving force behind her tireless work ethic and relentless pursuit of excellence. And the five is, through her action and accomplishment, Amy Chua silently confides her burning need to prove herself and rise above mediocrity. And number six is, the intensity in Amy Chua's eyes spoke volumes about the depth of her ambition and the hunger for success that filled her every action. And the number seven is, Amy Chua's unspoken commitment to proving herself was evident in the countless hours she poured into her work, leaving no room for doubt. And number 8 is the unspoken pressure Amy Chua placed upon herself to success was palpable, driving her to exit exploitation and leave an indelible legacy. And number 9 is, behind Amy Chua's composed exterior lay a fierce determination to prove her worth and demonstrate her capabilities to the world. And the last number is, Amy Chua relentless drive to prove herself was like a quick storm, silently brewing and ready to unleash its power at any given moment. Okay, and now I want to explain, or I want to tell you about 10 explicit from life story Amy Chua. The first is at the top of the storm. The real meaning in household problems that are too heavy or difficult. And number 2, I really think or turn things around. The real meaning is she thought that the situation she was in won't be like before. Number 3 is knowing that you have pushed the body. The real meaning is that we should always support ourselves to be strong and successful people. And number 4 is you feel the potential when you run fast. The real meaning is we can know our potential when we try to dig it and keep trying. Number 5 is practicing for hours on and finally comes alive under your fire types. The real meaning is after practicing playing the piano continuously and eventually getting used to playing the piano more and more. And number 6 is ambitious people. The real meaning is everyone who has many dreams or desires. And number 7 is desires. The real meaning is a strong feeling or desire to have or achieve something. Number 8 is success. The real meaning is good achievement or achieving desired result in a particular field. And number 9 is perseverance. The real meaning, willingness and ability to keep fighting and not give up easily in the face of obstacle of difficulty. And the last number is spirit. The real meaning, strong energy of motivation to achieve goals or do something with enthusiasm and determination. Now the last, I want to tell you what the moral value from the life story Ami Chua. I get it, the preference. Preference is very important of persistence in achieving goals and overcoming obstacles. Like Ami Chua shows extraordinary persistence in pursuing her goals. So if you or if we have goals in our life, we must preference to get it our goals in. Okay, my friend, I think that's all from me about short story from Ami Chua and Explicit from Ami Chua, story Ami Chua, implicit from story Ami Chua, and moral value from short story Ami Chua. I have you get it the moral value and you can use for your life. I say thank you and see you in the next video. Bye bye.